Welcome back to X4, everyone. So, picking up basically where we left off after the intro stage, skip the cutscene because again it's terrible. Skip the dialogue, mash through it because who gives a shit. And, yeah, he has to explain to you all the levels. I always hated this part. It's just annoying. It's like, okay, whatever. Like, why couldn't they have an option, like when you pick the stage, have like a drop down that says either enter stage and then info, and then if you want that bullshit, you can get it. So we're actually gonna pick the jungle straight off. That is actually the first stage we're gonna do. This is also the one stage that we are going to have to come back to later. So apologies in advance on that one. So, the jungle, pretty simple starter stage, it's not terribly difficult. It's pretty open. Most of the level design in this game is pretty top-notch for a Mega Man game. And we'll see the quality. You know, there's still highs in X5 and X6. I'm not gonna entirely try to bury those two games, but there are some not well thought out parts of those games. So this is the first armor capsule, the leg parts. It's just in that little secret area behind the waterfall. So with these, we now have the ability to do an air dash, so we can dash horizontally in the air, and we can also float and hover around for a period. If you don't move around, you can float for a lot longer, but like the more you move, the faster it runs out. I usually don't use either of those very often, but they're nice to have. I usually just do a lot of ground dash enhanced regular jumps, because they usually, you know, they get you very far, and they just feel good. Especially if you have a really good controller and you can get them off and they're not, like, fucking out on you. Like this. Oh. Yeah, I got the pity transport bots. If you reach certain areas of the stage when your health is really low, there'll be these little transport bots that don't show up otherwise. And they will drop an energy refill. So usually I don't care about taking too much damage, because there's actually a lot of health lying around out in the open in this game. So even if you get the shit beat out of you, there's usually like health not too far away. Like, I'm not even giving... I don't really even care that I'm taking that much damage. Plus, enemies tend to drop health very often in this game, too, which really helps up your survivability. So, Area 2. I'm actually taking this pretty slow. If I were playing this seriously, like if I wasn't recording, if I was playing this on my Saturn, I'd just be, like, tearing ass. So satisfying with that controller. Seriously, I always thought, like, before I had a Saturn, people would always go on about the controller, and I looked at pictures of it, and I'm like, it can't be that much different from, like, a 6-button Sega Genesis pad. Like, those didn't feel, so, like, in my opinion, those don't feel that great, but I eventually bought a Saturn and got my hands on the controller, and yeah, they're fucking right. That thing is so smooth. 2D games play like a dream on that damn controller. I'm so happy I got one. It makes me kind of sad that X5 and X6 never came into it, but obviously those were released way after the Saturn died. Like, hell, even X4 came out towards, like, the end of the Saturn's life cycle, at least in, like, North America, anyway. And this wasn't even a relatively, like, late game for the PlayStation. Like, 97 was not that long into the PlayStation's life. So, yeah. I know I haven't really been talking much about the stage, but, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Like, X4 is pretty free of bullshit. It's just good, challenging level design that, once you have it memorized, it's not bad. Now, Spider can be kind of a tough boss if you're not very good at the game. Shit. Or if you miss shots like I do. You don't want to get hit by that electric web that he fires, because not only does it hit you and damage you, but it also locks you in place. Yeah, like that. Which can put you right in harm's way, especially if you're in the air when it catches you, to him colliding into you. Shit. Like, if your wall jump game isn't that great, getting around those webs can be kind of hard if you're in the air when he launches them, because they do have a slight homing tendency. Like, you can see it started off pretty low, but it curved up as I moved higher. I mean, I can see that tripping people up. Now, during this phase of the fight, you just fire charge shots into him. Try to not let his stupid minions hit you like that. Damn it. I'm taking lots of unnecessary damage. Yeah, it's time to get serious. Okay, there we go. I mean, I made quite a few mistakes in that fight. I will admit this is not my greatest fight with him. So it's like, of course, it's when I'm recording I start fucking up. Like, if I were just playing normally, I would no damage his ass, like, no problem.
You got Lightning Web.
So Lightning Web, yeah, fires a spider net charged with electricity. It can be used to attack, wall jump, or double jump. So it'll be a lot easier to explain, show off how it works in actual gameplay. But it's not really a good offensive weapon. Like, yeah, if you fire it directly at an enemy, it will damage them, but not by a whole lot. And it's pretty slow, because you can only have one on screen at a time. And it takes a minute for it to fire off, so you really can't do much else while it's there. But, like it said in the description, it creates a platform that you can wall jump and jump off of. So it's more useful as an exploration asset than it is as a combat one, which is one of the reasons why we get it this early, because it makes exploration a lot easier, and in some cases, you know, outright possible. So you have to save over slot 2. That's annoying, how it doesn't default to the same slot you last used. But yeah, so next time we were going to be moving on to the next stage, so I'll see you guys.